Hey folks, welcome. I'm a Rough Pebble, and I am super thrilled to be diving into some Stoneshard. Today we are playing the latest update of Beasts and Sages, and let's go ahead and dive in and start a new game here. So we're just going to go ahead and dive in with the adventure, since we've already played the prologue before, and we're quite familiar with how to play the game. So, Osbrook, a few weeks later.
So here I am. The caravan is gone. My leg is crippled. Half my men are dead, and the other half are deserters and traitors. The host be praised. At least I've got the Stoneshard.
Fair enough, Farron.
If I knew I had to deal with an entire cult of devil knows what, I'd think thrice before getting into the whole mess. I'm too old for an adventure like this.
And if you haven't played this game, I would recommend going through the prologue. It's a tutorial.
Only I
It's
could
helpful.
have a good talk with Grinnell right now. I'd ask him what the hell is going on. I've been doing this for 30 years, but I've never found myself in such a tough spot. I need to get back to Bryn. I'm not up to going there by myself, so that's why I sent for you. Do you remember how I helped you out back then? Well, time to return the favor. Damn, it's been so long. Tell me, what have you been up to?
Alright, what have we been up to? So, we're still not able to create our own character, but we got some folks here now. Some new folks to explore. Leosthenes. Let's go take a look at you. Might and Magic grants magic power and experience gained for each learned weaponry ability. Whoa. Grants 2% weapon damage and 1% experience for each learned sorcery ability. Wow. Grants 2 max health and 2 max energy for each learned utility. Wow. Okay. Maces, two-handed maces, shields, armored combat, warfare, and geomancy. Lifelong Journey grants experience gain and fatigue resistance for each location visited for the first time. Activates Vigor for 600 turns upon visiting. That's cool. Daggers, dual-wielding staves, athletics. And then Hilda, a monster slayer. Magic mastery, two-handed axes. Wild Hunt starts the game with resourcefulness already learned and a bone charm that allows the character to sacrifice special hunting trophies. Sacrifices grant the bone charm various bonuses that can be further empowered by killing respective animals and beastly bosses. Each character level increases the threshold for activating negative effects caused by hunger. That's cool. You're cool. You're very interesting. So, you do have some magic mastery. But we would want to go into, like, ranged and maybe spears or two-handed axes could be kind of cool. Okay. But I want to try Sage. Maybe that's the direction that we go for with you for Magic Mastery. You know what? I kind of like that. Alright, let's do Wild Hunt with Hilda. The Monster Slayer.
Is that so? Interesting. Anyway, enough pleasantries. It's time to get to work. So here's the deal. I can't walk to Bryn with my leg like this. So unless you plan to carry me, we need a cart. We need horses.
Okay.
We're in luck, though. While you were away, I had a talk with the village elder. We came to an agreement. We'll do a couple of tasks for them, and they'll give us a cart and 2 horses.
Alright, seems like a
Don't
fair
worry
trade.
about the job. It's nothing special. I don't think you need my advice on how to deal with brigands or the undead. The elder will give you the details. You should go see him right away. No time to waste.
Okay.
I almost forgot. Here's a map of the area. You need it more than I do.
Okay. So
You
there
can also
is
ask the
the
innkeeper
map.
about local events. He is a talkative kind. I'm sure he'll answer any of your questions. Off you go then. Good luck.
Alright. So, our adventure begins. Let's take a quick save system. Okay. There's our abilities. We can choose 2. Let's take a look at our inventory real fast. What do we have? Hilda's Spear. A level 2 unique spear does 17 piercing damage. We have some raggedy clothing, but we have Hilda's Amulet. This is the Bone Charm. Grants bonuses that can be added through the crafting menu while rare hunting trophies. Three different bonuses simultaneously. Upon reaching the limit, a new bonus will replace the oldest one. Okay. So we've got our money here. This is our purse. We can open it up and we can see what we've got in here. We can also put little trinkets in there. I don't think this will fit in there though, no. We also have some deer antlers. Can be used through the crafting menu to empower the bone charm, granting 2 max energy. Okay. Let's use this. Well, this gives us the ability to see what we have around us, which is very nice. Look at where we are. This is awesome. The map is huge, by the way. It is massive. We can see that there's a fort at the outskirts. There's a roadside tower here, some mountains, a lone farmstead, old grave, points of interest, a field with a lake, Pilgrim's Rest, Drunken Woodsman Inn, and a bunch of countryside. Very interesting. A leafy forest. So now we know what's around us. That's good to know. Let's go back here into our inventory. And we don't need this any longer. We can sell this back if we so choose. A splint is valuable. Healing. So this game is incredibly hardcore. It is very challenging, especially if you don't really know what you're doing. Let's go ahead and equip our bow and arrows here. So we've got a small peasant's bow that we can use. Let's go into the crafting menu, which I believe... Oh, we need to be at a bench somewhere, at a crafting bench somewhere. We also have some roasted tough meat, some leeches, which reduce intoxication and immunity change, or increase immunity change, and allows for some injury treatment. And bandages, which help stop bleeding. We've got a hunting net, which can be useful, but I don't know if I need it quite yet. Oh, we'll put this over here. And it might just take up too much space, because we kind of need this spear. If something gets in close, and then it might be good to have the ability to shoot our crossbow, or our bow here. We can also take a look at some of the new things here. So Arcanist, Wormhole, Dimensional Shift, Arcane Might. This is awesome. This is very cool. We do not have the ability to learn any of these things, so we're going to need to wait until we can find the treatise. And it said that we were particularly skilled at Monster Slayer, Dwarf. We are a smaller dwarf. We can go outside and take a peek at the town. Osbrook. It's a little bit of a fog of war here. We can talk to you, and you have some work for us. Listen, I have a task. Do you think I like what my life has become to? No, I despise it. I lost everything just because of His Highness's whim. It's haunting me so I can't put it into words. This swill, I need something stronger to forget. You, help a lonely, feeble veteran of 3 war campaigns. Brandy, a bottle, a cup, a sip, bring it to me, alright? Deal. We can get you some brandy. We got some experience for finding Osbrook, which wasn't too challenging. Just stepping out was enough. You can take a peek. There's a well here where we can refill our water skin if we need to. We'll talk to Bert. Bah, mercenary, fresh from the road. Let me give you a piece of advice. Stick with me and you'll be rolling in gold in no time. What do you propose? I have a business offer to you. The previous mercenary used to bring me all kinds of wares, and I paid him generously for them. Everyone was happy with the deal, so how about you and I have the same arrangement? And what did he sell you? Whatever you could find, you know, how it is with mercs, trophies, booze, trinkets. I strongly believe that everything has its use. Everything can be sold as long as you have some business sense. You'll get ahead in life. Do you have any work for me? There's an opportunity for profit. I met an elf at the Bryn Market who urgently needed a bison pelt and a pair of horns. Promised a huge amount of money in return. He didn't say what he needed those things for, but what does it matter as long as he pays? All right, so yeah, we'll take that on and we'll try to find that. It's not going to happen anytime soon. Again, this game is very, very challenging. I can't stress that enough, and I say that not because I'm trying to scare you off from it. You just have to be really intentional and careful. So you don't want to go hunting bison right off the bat. They will charge you down. They like to stampede, and they will bring you down. Let's see what you have for sale. A bedroll. We can sell you this. We only sell it for 2, but that's fine. I don't care. A disenchantment scroll, an enchantment scroll, which we don't have enough money for right now, but would be very nice. We could sell this. The common dagger. We should keep this for hunting. As a matter of fact, I think we have the ability to hunt, right? Element of surprise. No, that would be under survival. Resourcefulness. Yes, allows butchering to harvest pelts and grants it 50% chance to collect special hunting trophies from some animals. The chance to harvest a pelt depends on the type of damage used to kill the animal. Oh, piercing and crushing damage type harm pelts the least. With 33% chance, allows the character to find an additional mushroom, berry, or herb when gathering. Very nice. Doubles the amount of experience received for crafting items. Okay. Grants 10% chance, a fatigue chance, and 5% gain to vigor. Cool. Alright, so, I think we're set with what we need here. We will chat with you. You can give us, so Jabbar is, the blacksmith in town. He has some work for us. Here's the deal. Odar ordered me to forge a bunch of new swords for our guards. However, I can't bring myself to waste good iron on them. They don't even dare to step outside the village. What the hell do they need good swords for? So that's what I have in mind. Bring me some junk swords. I'll fix them up and put them to use. Cleavers and other crude, simple blades will work the best. 3 of them should be enough. I'll pay you much more for the crap than you usually get. Deal. And you... Let's see what you have for sale. A 2-handed axe. Not as good as what we have here. It might do a little bit more damage. But our spear has better armor penetration. Reduced body part damage, though. It's increased accuracy, reduced fumble chance, costs less energy, durability is lower to, or is higher, and we have a pretty high immobilization and bleed chance. So I think this is pretty good. We'll stick with the level 2 spear. We might want something for lock picking, so... And then this could be good too. But lockpicking is always a valuable thing. So this has 10 durability, this has 3 costs. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. This is important. Blacksmith hammer. No, we're good on all of this for right now. Pickaxe. Let's swap to our, and we have, what, 20 broadhead arrows, which do 10% weapon damage, body part damage, 25%. Okay, cool. We also have a quest down here with you, Jurg. Hello. Are you one of those mercs the entire village has been bustling about all day? Good to have you here. Maybe you'll bring some order at last. Waiting for Ordar to do something about this is a waste of time. Doesn't the village have guards to maintain said order? Uh, who do you call guards? It's either geezers or yesterday's youngsters who had weapons handed to them. Now they are to serve and protect, so to speak. Each of them is still wet behind the ears, or even worse, it's way too long in the tooth. I'm telling you, they'll be slaughtered come the real fight, something that Odar doesn't care about. Keep listening. Okay. We used to have more than enough lads in Osbrook. Now they're either dead in the ground or serve under someone else's banner. We barely have any able-bodied men left in the village. Right now it's just me, the smith, and a couple more lads. About it. Whoa, why would I be fond of that tyrant? Why do you think that he even became an elder? Just to sit in his attic, never take a step outside, and not a care in the world? He spends his entire day in the dark, at his desk, scribbling who knows what. Just imagine working outside, be it heat or rain, while it's scrawling his doodles, makes himself look important, all puffed up like a toad. And he eats and drinks for 3 men. So I've been telling folks to open their eyes to what kind of elder he is. A mooch who lives at our expense. Wouldn't it be too bad if he were one of us, a local? No, he's an outsider, a stranger. He's not a local? Where's he from? Oh, if I know. Doesn't speak much about it, that bastard. He had a northern accent, so he might be from Eaters. Seems like he has friends in the magistrate, and that's how he got himself a cozy spot as an elder. Now he lives off of us, and there's no getting rid of him without angering his patrons. Not to mention how vindictive he is. The moment something happens or something doesn't go his way, he makes makes life a living hell. We used to have this lad, Dwar was his name. Thought it was a good idea to talk back to Odar. Well, guess where he is now. But I never told you this deal. So I have to suck up to Odar unless I want to be the next one to be dealt with, and I still want to live. You should stay away from him as well if you know what's good for you though. I'm sure he puts half of the reward into his own pocket, only paying you mercs the host willing a half of what you are owed. What happened to Dwar? Oh, what Dwar? I'm telling you, you didn't hear anything from me. Must be imagining things. Interesting. But yeah, for sale. Aha, okay, so we can buy arrows from you, right? And we could buy a staff if we were interested. Or not. We're gonna do this. So that gets some of the quests. Wait, one more. That gets most of the quests out of the way. Optimism, pain change, reduced fortitude, increased experience gain, increased fatigue resistance, increased, and situational morale changed. That is great. Let's actually grab up some of this. We can put a little bit more money in our pocket by just grabbing this up. Okay, great. Some horsetail. Hey, bud. Alright, this is Frid. Did you try applying Fleawort? Do you have any work for me? My back is killing me. If I don't do anything about it now, in a couple days, I won't even be able to get up from bed. And I still have work to do. Help an old man out. Go to the forest and pick some fresh herbs. The dried stuff I have here won't do. So here's what I need for the ointment. A tuft of spearmint, a tuft of fleawort, and a couple leaves of agrimony. Got it? If you bring it all here, I'll share some of this my supplies with you. Alright, deal. Good. Required herbs. We need agrimony, fleawort, and spearmint. We currently have wormwood, horsetail, agrimony. Was it horsetail or mint? Fleawort, agrimony. Okay. So I'm looking to barter, and we can sell these. That's great. That's a good bit of money there. All right, and we've got our crowbar here as well. We could buy a few things. Smoking mix. I'm gonna buy this, a healing salve. That is important. We need medicine. Okay, let's get going. So we've got our marching orders. Let's pause for a second. So now that we've taken some time to go through town and talk to some important people, we haven't talked to the main quest giver, which is Odar, the elder in town. Again, seems like a little bit of a sketchy dude based on some of the folks we've talked to. That being said, what we're gonna do for the next maybe day or so here in game is to walk around the countryside. While we have a map and we can sort of see what's around us, what we need to do is level up, gain a little bit of experience in this world, and grow as individuals and in our own strength before we take on any larger sort of town-related quests, because they're going to be a little bit more challenging, they're going to be a little bit more involved, and we want to have some skills in our toolkit to be able to tackle those. So that is my plan here for the next couple of in-game days, is to visit some of these points of interest, go through these forests, and check out what we have around here. And we can collect things like these nettles. We can do a little bit of hunting. These lentils are good too. Okay, we can hunt rabbit. So what I want to do here is go into abilities. I think some ranged weapons is going to be important here. So, ranged penalty could be nice. Distracting shot. Dexterity. Killing enemies with melee strike activates taking aim. 59% accuracy. I think that's very important. Come on. Come on. There we go. So we got 1 experience for that. It's very little, but we also get food from this, which is valuable. Alright, we keep moving this way. Alright, we gotta be careful because we could run up on enemies just chasing this rabbit, so... Come on. Alright, well, we did not successfully hunt that other rabbit, but that's okay. Let's collect all of our arrows here. We can butcher this animal, because we have that's the skill to allow us to butcher animals, resourcefulness, so that's very nice. We now have a rabbit pelt, which we can sell for probably less than 40, but a fair amount there. That's nice. These others only, you know, we can sell for 2 or 3 apiece. And we've got a little bit of tender meat here, which we can also cook at a fire somewhere. We cannot, in the same way as we can with the deer antlers, use the rabbit pelt. So that is something that we're going to sell. Some more agrimony here. And yeah, okay, so that should be good. I want inventory. Let's do, yeah, put this down here like this. Okay. We'll continue to do a little bit more hunting down here. Was it worm? No, it wasn't wormwood. Lentils and leeks. That's nice. Let's harvest this, and then the leeks. Alright, so we have a full inventory. We should head back. Hemp, blueberry shrubs. We got a blueberry out of it. We don't need any more agrimony. Alright, great. So this is a good little haul here. We can quickly pop over into Osbrook. And again, we're making a little bit of money. And the intent here is to make a little bit of money to complete some of the small tasks that we can. To gain, you can get 20 here, so that's nice. 67 for the antlers. No, this is good. This is good. We got... That's good there. We don't want to go here. Oh, yeah, we can come in here. There's actually one more person that we can chat to get another mission. That is the tailor here. Now, who the hell are you? Oh, another mercenary. Another mercenary. Well, isn't this a surprise? And a dwarf on top of that, as if things weren't bad enough already. Ignore him. Anyway, I hope you'll manage to survive a little bit longer than our last hero. What goods are you looking for? Pelts, I need pelts. Wolf, rabbit, deer, I'll buy anything. The local hunters are complete amateurs. The game scatters away the moment they take a step from Osbrook. What am I supposed to sow with? Wet straw? He looks at you appraisingly. Maybe you'll be more lucky. At least you seem to know how to hold a bow. If you need arrows, visit our carpenter. He is just an oaf, but you don't need much smarts to make bows. He lives to the west of me. Try not to get lost. Do you have any work? What do you think you can even help me with, kid? Although, yes, I may have a task for you. Have you ever hunted a bear? I'm asking because I need a bear pelt. The damn oaf visited our village, deciding that his cloak has to be lined with exclusive bear fur. What are we even supposed to do? We are small people. When ordered, we bow and promise to do as we're told. Do it how? Now that's an entirely different matter. Pay enough. I'll pay through the nose for that pelt. I'm also eager to see how you'll manage. Maybe you aren't bad after all. So what do you say? Deal. Let's also trade with you. A few more coins. There we go. 22. Now we can see that you have a few things to sell if we were interested. Crit chance. Protection. No protection. Level 2. Norse belt. Okay, and some leather bracers. Now this is good. We've got 100 coins now. And we can go into the inn to cook. So there is a pot here, which allows us to cook. Okay. We can stick stuff into here. And it allows us to roast. We can do a peasant stew. We need a pot of water. Okay. Pour into here. Okay, we can cook a peasant stew now. There we go. Okay, nice. We can eat that. That will give us some satiation. We can do some roasting, so we'll roast the tender meat. This will go bad in 2 days, so we should eat that at some point. And then a leek. A vegetable salad. What does it take? Cabbage, another vegetable. Tomato, beet, carrot, and another vegetable. We just need some mushrooms for that. Okay. We can leave this in here. It will spoil in 5 days, but we don't have to worry about that now. Let's take a peek to the north then. And maybe we'll make our way towards a point of interest. I think we could do that. I'd be down to do that. Let's go north. We've done a little exploration to the south. Not looking for that. An acorn, a blueberry bush, a raspberry bush. We can eat those along the way. We do have one more skill point that we... Oh, and we needed the spearmint. That's great. We could hunt those birds as well. But we're not going to do that right now. Let's go this way. We can grab the lentils. That's an easy one to break down. Okay. This is not good. Oh, okay. Okay. There are a lot of them here. Swap. We need to learn Okay, we're taking quite a bit of damage here. Let's inspect. You are fleeing. Okay, and you tried to leave. You are still... You still have full health here. We've taken a little bit of damage. Oh, and you were bleeding. Okay. Shoo. Okay, we just did 1 on 3. That was pretty good. That was pretty good. We were able to do quite a bit of damage with our arrows, so that was very nice. Let's take a look at this. This is quite badly damaged. Same with that. I imagine so with the club, too. We don't care for that. We put this on. We have 17 arrows. We have lost 1 arrow so far. Let's see what there's in this. What they have in the sacks. A bolt of cloth. That's good. Let's go ahead and eat this also. And that we had plus 10% experience gain on that too. So where is our log? I believe there is a log here somewhere. Yeah, the log. You can see that we got 22 experience for the goon. This goon here, and then there was 1 more. I think, yeah, there should be 2, 3. Enforcer. Okay. Yeah, what else do we have here? Some hay, some straw, which we can sell for a little bit, and I'll hold on to for just a bit, and that's for worth 15. Okay. We could cook here. Is there a pot? There is a pot here. And we could take that pot if we wanted to. But no, I'm gonna leave it there. We're going to collect water. We did drain our water skin earlier. We'll drink some water here. And this is why we got the crowbar, so that we can pick this. Then open it up. So now we have 9 durability left on that. We've got some Saiga horns. That gives us max energy as well. Okay. And we gain some crowns, max energy potentially, and some charcoal. And there is a little sleeping spot here too that we could take advantage of. What was the last bit of Fleawort? Yeah. Okay. Well, I do think that... Let's grab this. Harvest. If we find another animal, we'll try to hunt it, but we're going to go ahead and start heading back towards the village of Osbrook. We will go through this forest here. We'll have to be very careful. There can be wolves. So we're just going to take it one little bit at a time here. There can be wolves, bears, moose. Okay. We can grab some of these mushrooms. Not the poisonous ones, ideally. And wolves are much more dangerous than what am I trying to say? Than the bandits. So I would be very, very careful. Oh, this should go into here, yeah? And then that means we have space for this. No Fleawort, though, Now, a wolf pelt would be nice. We'll go south yet again. Okay. Well, we don't need any more things at this point. Stick. Oh, a nest. Look at that. This will go bad in 2 days. When added to a dish during cooking, granted an additional effect. Minus 10% hunger. Oh, so we can use that for cooking. Do I care about the eggs for right now? No, I suppose I'll leave them there. And we can use our examined surroundings to sometimes in forests or in other places you can find bear traps or animal traps, which can be valuable. We're gonna head back to Osbrook. We weren't able to get the last herb that we needed. And we're not gonna be able to sell anything this evening, but we can at least come into here and do a little bit of cooking. So we can put all of this into here. We'll stick all of this in here. Meat skewer, fish skewer, lentil soup. Requires lentils, pots of water. This mushroom salad. Thirst, hunger 10. Hunger 10. Health restoration. Hunger 14. Lentil soup is good. Gruel. I can't make anything with meat, so I'm not going to be able to use that, unfortunately. Berries. Oh, berries don't count as fruit, I suppose. Okay, well, we will make a mushroom... Let's make a lentil stew. No. Okay, well, maybe we aren't going to be able to do anything with that right now anyways. Let's just go over here and we can sell that. You're a friend of Aaron, right? Welcome to the Black Boar. There's no finer establishment for leagues. Frankly, I wouldn't even bother with that overpriced hovel in Manchester they call a tavern. So what do you need... So, do you need more beer, or are you here for a chat? I'm looking for a place to stay. But first, let's trade. Oh, you won't buy any of these chanterelles or anything. I would buy a bowl, though. I need 150. Okay, we use it to... We, merge with this. Looking to barter. You won't buy food. Okay. So that is unfortunate for us. I mean, we can get a smaller stay, a shorter stay here in town. But I don't think I'll be able to trade at this point. It's too late. Okay. Well then, let's just get a week, or a couple days here. A week, yeah. Alright. Don't you worry about your belongings, just put them in the chest by the bed. Your things will be safe there, I guarantee it. Alright, and do you have any, what's the talk around here? You really think the truce will end the war? Yeah, right. I can see the sky collapsing on our heads before those highborn lords finally come to an agreement. Heard anything interesting? Alright, enough chit-chatter. I have more than enough work that needs to be done. Okay, well. We'll chat with you later. We've rented this room. Let's chat with you, too. Ah, these commoners. Can't you see I don't have time for your trivialities? Who am I? Who are you? Now that's the question. Don't bother with pleasantries, though. Your appearance speaks for itself. I, however, occupy a fairly high position. I arrived here from Bryn on the special order of the Grand Magistrate to perform a task of the utmost importance. You can even consider me authority, the real authority in this village. To a person unfamiliar with politics and military matters, Osbrook is just a backwater settlement. In reality, the surrounding territory holds an exceptional strategic value. I'm the only one who fully understands this value. Alright, we'll take care. Let's go to bed. We're tired. We've got things to do in the morning. Let's go ahead and put some things into here. We don't need this, but we could potentially use it later. I would like to combine both of these with our bone charm in the next episode. So that is going to be of high value, of high priority. Everything else gets sold in town. So, that's the plan. That's the plan. I don't think we need all of that. Let's put our meds down here. And I don't usually use leeches much, to be honest with you. They might be valuable, but this is usually sufficient for me. This right here. Again, things might have changed with the update, so that's just something to bear in mind. But for now, we're going to go ahead and rest here. We'll rest until 7 in the morning, and that will give us some energy as well. So we'll have vigor at this point, which is great. With that, I'm going to end this episode. Thanks for watching, everyone. Let me know what you think in the comments below. If you haven't yet, make sure to hit like and subscribe, and we'll see each other in the next episode. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye.